Dear bank customers, roses are red, violets are blue. Banks are terrible, ATMs are too. Life should be easy, they have no clue. So, yeah, if you want a poem, you should have paid attention in English class. Isn't it interesting? I was making a movie about banks and I got sent to one.
That I was born corrupted, as I do not believe in original sin. However, I have been corrupted by life, by circumstance, and by my own foolishness.
And that's what makes us who we are. We are all searching for that one moment when the music captures our soul. We live for the music. We die for our music. And that's what makes us who we are.
One eternity later.
Need to make a transfer. Yeah. I haven't collected it yet. I haven't collected it yet. Last week. So what do I do? But the problem is, it seems the limit is on all the accounts, not one. That's the problem.
So what do we do?
So that's why I don't like banks. Lines are always long. There's always one or two machines that are not working, or there's one guy that doesn't know how to use it, so he's like pressing it one button at a time, like boom, 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 and then because he still doesn't know how to use it, he withdraws 1,000 naira at a time. Just standing and like you just want to shoot yourself. And it is also out of this that Shop ATM got born. The vision for Shop ATM came because I needed to use a guy trying to sell me stuff. I needed to use an ATM, and because I didn't like using ATMs or going to banks, I got into the habit of giving my older brother the money, and then he'd send me cash. So with Shop ATM, the idea was, how do I make that permanent, right? So I looked for shops that had cash, and I looked for people that need cash, and Shop ATM was going to be the center of that. So we know those people who want the cash, and we know those people who have the cash and need to take it to the bank later. And our job is to make sure the money swaps hands before getting to the bank. And it did well. It did very great. The problem is, turns out that many of the bad policies in Nigeria, many of the frustrations you face at the bank, are actually caused by the central bank, not the bank itself. Let me explain that. The central bank is the central control of all the banks, right? They regulate everything, and as long as it has to do with withdrawing money or depositing money, the central bank has a say. So what happens is, the central bank sits down for one policy or the other. This is why I don't like centrally planned economies, by the way, because they always screw things up. They make these really terrible policies, like the minimum you can withdraw or the maximum you can withdraw at an ATM or in the bank, the fees that are taken out of your account every month with every transaction. All of that comes from the central bank, not just the banks. The banks are greedy. Those guys charge you for text messages, but a lot of their greediness is supplemented by the central bank's greed as well, and by the central bank's just terrible policy making. So for the business we're doing, for the Shop ATM business, for example, we have to get a license. That license costs 100,000 naira to register for. But what makes it very terrible is that you also need about 2 billion. Now that's billion, not non-billion. $2 billion worth, 2 billion naira worth of shareholders fund. So your company must be funded with about 2 billion naira before you can get that license to do what we're doing, which was just being a middleman. And we had companies, payment gateways that wouldn't partner with us because we didn't have that central bank license. So it's a problem that many entrepreneurs are going to face. But be rest assured that there are many great entrepreneurs in Nigeria that are working on this problem, that are trying to fix it. But it will take very radical ones to look at the central bank and look at the regulations, choose to circumvent some of them, find ways to go around some of them, and build something that Nigerians will actually have, because none of these systems are working. The bank I used to celebrate before was Diamond Bank. Diamond had the best banking app, hands down, in Nigeria. You didn't need a token like a bank I would choose not to mention. So you don't need a token, you don't need all you need is a password and a PIN. You don't even need an OTP, a one-time password. So it used to be the best. The problem is the networks never work. They just never work, and that's a problem. So next time you're angry at a policy, blame these guys and those guys.